Leaked documents show how Uber secretly lobbied UK politicians to help change transport policy in London. In meetings which were never declared, Uber's lobbyists met George Osborne when he was Chancellor and a number of ministers, including Conservative leadership candidate Sajid Javid. The documents were leaked to the Guardian newspaper and shared with the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists and BBC Panorama. Uber denies its lobbying was secret and the ministers say rules were followed. Richard Bilton has more.
When Uber arrived in London, there was chaos. Black cab drivers weren't happy and blockaded the capital. The then London Mayor, Boris Johnson, set up a review that could have limited Uber's expansion in the capital. The leaked documents show Uber was on a secret offensive, a concerted campaign to influence policy. George Osborne, the then Chancellor, went to a private dinner in California with Uber's chief exec, Travis Kalanick. An internal Uber email says it's better than a meeting in London because this is a much more private affair, with no hanger-on officials or staffers. The meeting was never declared.
What should our viewers make of the fact that he chose not to declare that meeting?
Well, I think they should be very disturbed, frankly. It perfectly encapsulates the problem with lobbying and how vested interests capture ministers and decision-making.
The documents say there were more meetings with ministers, including Sajid Javid, Matt Hancock, Michael Gove and Priti Patel. They weren't declared.
Meetings between ministers and companies where business is discussed should be declared. But the guidelines are so vague, it is hard to be sure if politicians are breaking the rules.
The leaked documents show Uber felt it got what it wanted. They describe George Osborne as a strong advocate who would take up our cause when needed. And they boast that then Prime Minister David Cameron's senior staff are very with us. It looks like all that lobbying worked. Proposals that would have limited Uber's expansion in London were dropped.
It was scandalous what went on. And I still can't believe that it happened in this country. More to the point, nothing's ever been done about it. We just accept that's what's happened. OK, yeah, the Chancellor and the Prime Minister lobbied for one of their mates. Oh, fine, that's all right, move on.
Uber says new management has transformed every aspect of how the company operates and its engagements with government are legal and transparent. The ministers say they properly complied with the declaration rules, and George Osborne says it was public policy to meet and persuade tech companies to invest in Britain. Richard Bilton, BBC News.